85 miles per hour on pit road. And that just is an eternity going down these long pit roads. Matt Kenseth just now getting to the end of pit road, and here comes Kurt Busch by the start-finish line. So Matt very close to being lapped.
There were a few speeding tickets issued yesterday.
And you're so close to the racetrack here when you're on pit lane. And it's just, you're looking at all these guys going by, and that right foot goes down a little bit more, and you get busted for it. Very easy to speed here.
Martin Truex Jr. has also been on and off of pit road. There's three-time Watkins Glen winner Mark Martin. Currently scored in the 21st position. More on Mark from Dave.
And they had to start at the back of the field. They had a motor change overnight, broke a valve. After lap 1, he was scored in 40th position. So the former winner here trying to make his way back up through the field.
And he knows how to do it. Excellent road racer. Really enjoys the challenge of road course racing as well. Last win here 11 years ago today, back in '95.
Casey Mears just came in and serviced.
And Casey Mears has been one of the fastest cars on the racetrack.
Yep.
There you see Kenseth, and drop back and see the race leader, Kurt Busch, while his brother heads for pit road. So that's what Benny was talking about. You stop, get your pit service, then you have to tiptoe off of pit road, and you have to hope you can hang on to the lead lap. Marty.
Well, Bill, Kyle Busch has been quite impressive in the early run here, running in the top 5 for much of this run. And he said the car, it just needs more forward bite off of the corners. Just does not have enough rear grip for him. They take a pound out of both rear tires, trying to help him off of the corners especially. He said also he's a little concerned as well about his brake pedal. A little softer than he would like, but an impressive run so far for Kyle. Matt?
Very solid stop by Boris Said's crew. They made a chassis adjustment. He needed help on the right-handers, but also Frank Stoddard made an air pressure adjustment to help the car on forward bite up off the corner. Solid stop by these guys. Waiting on the 12 of Newman next.
See Robbie Gordon making his pit stop. He comes out right in front of Harvick.
Now all these guys have pitted. If the caution flag...
Pit now if you can.
I think that was Kurt Busch's radio.
Right now, if the caution were to come out, Kurt has to get behind the pace car, and these fellows would make up almost an entire lap on him.
That's what Alan was talking about before we went green. Matt.
Ryan Newman just missed his pit. Now keep in mind, yesterday in the Busch race, there was a 12, there was a 39. As he finally makes his way in, so there is sometimes some confusion, but he just overshot his pit. Luckily, he didn't go too far by. The chassis adjustment is completed for Newman. Almost a huge, huge mental error. Everything was good on the car, except a small balance issue in the S's. He drops it, and he is away.
Oh, it was better he did that and back up into the pit instead of going back around and doing it all over again, because he'd lose way too much time coming down pit road. So that was the right thing to do.
There he is coming on to pit road.
Oops. I just went by my pit, he said.
Matt?
Bill, it's funny because I had a conversation with Ryan's father, Greg, this morning. He says, I'm surprised that more people don't have issues with their pit board signs just because of those different numbers that Ryan has driven in the past. He has a huge A on his pit board sign here as his teammate Kurt Busch and then Tony Stewart making their way down pit road.
Now, a lot of times, I'll always have my guys count me down. When they see me 5 away, they'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, and then that helps you dial in where you're supposed to pull in.
Tony Stewart heading for his stall. Allen.
And a little head-to-head battle here of these pit crews, as you see. Stewart closing right up on Kurt Busch as they made the entrance to the pit road. Stewart's crew chief Greg Zipadelli telling him that their pit stall is slanted downhill. Be sure you keep your foot on the brake. A 4-tire change for the 20 car. To Kurt Busch, a little air pressure adjustment. They've also gone around down on the left side track bar to try and help the rear end grip on the car. The race off pit road.
Doesn't get much better than that.
Kurt's going to hang on.
Oh, just barely. But did you see how much space that Tony Stewart made up getting on the pit road?
Mm-hmm. And they got to go. Stewart would love to pass him going into the inner loop right here.
Tony was hustling getting off.
Yeah, you know, that's time you got to make up right there, and Dale Jarrett is right in front of them. Actually may slow them down a little bit coming through the inner loop. Yes, he does. Stewart's all over him right there. Oh, he's got to take a look down the bottom, but there's not much room to do that. Unless it's the last lap.
If it had been the last lap, I would imagine the 20 would have gone on.
Stewart taking a look to the left.
3 wide at the road course.
I'm going to give this corner to Stewart.
Matt, about that 24 stop.
The 24 is in, and Wally, like you mentioned, Steve Letarte, Jeff's crew chief, he called him down. Now Gordon is in the first spot, past the media center tower. Kind of there's an island between. Now they made an air pressure adjustment. Gordon says the car was just getting killed on the left-handers. Not too bad, but especially on the right. AB?
Casey Kane started up on the front row. He's going to pit for a 4-tire change here. Kane had fallen back a couple of spots. A little bit of left rear damage with the contact that he had on the opening lap with Kurt Busch, but nothing major according to the team. Dave?
Mark Martin finishing up his stop now, roaring off 4 tires, no changes for the 6 car. Also on pit road, the 32 of Ron Fellows. Very tight race car, air pressure adjustment, 4-tire change for Ron.
And oh yeah, Tony Stewart got around Kurt Busch.
Yep. These guys have been pretty evenly matched, really. I mean, right before they came in the pits, these guys were running really, really close lap times.
So much going on, like you talked about, Penny, at these road course races all over the place. So much for the fans to see.
And it's so unusual to watch a stock car race and see these guys pitting when there's no call on the green flag, when there's no caution flag.
Hoping it doesn't come out.
Hoping the caution, and you see Jimmy Johnson.
Alan?
Well, Jimmy Johnson said the goal for the day was a top 10 finish. He was hanging right in there. Matter of fact, led for 5 bonus points toward the championship. They're going to make a 4-tire change here for Jimmy Johnson. Chad Knaus only choosing to make air pressure adjustments on this car all day today. He said not to look for them to do any other kind of adjustment once this race started.
See, now Chad wants to get a good, he told Jimmy he wants to get a good fuel mileage. So when he gets to his window, it may be lap 55, lap 60. He may only run 25 laps on this run and pit again. Probably will be 30 laps, but.
New race leader, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Said spins.
Down in turn 1.
Come on, man. Shiny, got plenty of room. 1 more to come. All yours now. All yours.
He was in the 22nd spot. Matt?
And keep an eye on the front. Tony Eury Jr. back out of retirement due to issues in the rehab of Chris Crumley. He practiced with the team this week. Walt Smith, the pit crew coordinator, told me it was almost like Tony never stopped changing tires. He was in the low 13s, waiting on the fuel. Small air pressure adjustment. Jr. said he needed help with forward bite, but also the car just too tight. They worked on that as well.
Tony Eury, he was as good as the rear man.
Let's take a look at what happened to Said just a moment ago.
Yeah, we were way into it there when we caught it, but hard to tell if he just wheel hopped going down in there or. This will give it wheel hop. Jump on the brakes, and you get on the brakes too hard, the front goes down and the rear wheels are like on 2 big pogo sticks, and it just jumps down the track.
Scott Wimmer and Kyle Petty have not pitted. They're scored 1st and 2nd right here at Watkins Glen. You're watching the AMD at the Glen live on NBC.
A left rear tire on the 5 car of Kyle Busch.
I'm coming to you. I'm knocking everything out of the bottom of it.
That has brought out the caution here at the Glen.
As well.
A lot of smoke out of the back of that car.
Terry Labonte has returned to the race.
This is coming out of the inner loop, and whatever let go happened right there coming out of the inner loop on Kyle Busch's car.
It's like something that the powertrain broke and blew the left rear tire.
Marty, you got more on this?